Don Devine for the record. Good morning, Commissioners. I thank you for your time. I appreciate the opportunity to come and speak before you this morning, as always. I was reading through my copy, portions of the copy of the Constitution of the United States of America, and came across Section 8, Article 1, Section 8, the clause that limits the scope of government, which is what the entire document is about. It describes to exercise exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over district not exceeding 10 miles square, as may secession of particular states and the acceptance of Congress become the seat of government of the United States, and to exercise like authority over the place of purchase by consent of the legislature of the state in which the same shall be, for the erection of forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings. I think the statistic is 85% of the state of Nevada is managed by the Bureau of Land Management. And it's actually kind of claimed as property of the United States government. The big conflict at the Bundy Ranch has been over who owns the land. We own the land. The Bundy family is perfectly fine with paying grazing rights to the Clark County government, to the state of Nevada. The problem is that the U.S. government has been driving ranchers out of that area and taking over our land, our property. The question is, how do we maintain sovereignty as a state when the government holds on to 85% of our land? They have all the power at that point. And when they come in, I almost went out to the Bundy Ranch last week, but I had no opportunity. As you guys know, I always come here with kids, at least one, because they're under my charge. I have people out in Overton that we're talking to my wife about all the snipers, the militarization of the BLM out there in the Bundy Ranch area, where there were snipers crawling around on the ground. I wanted to go out there and exercise my First Amendment right, but I don't have the firepower to match those people who are laying on the ground with scopes on our citizens. And I'm not going to put my kids, my nieces, in harm's way to go out there and exercise my First Amendment rights when the United States government is trying to drive off this man off of not only public property, which is our property, not the federal government's property, and trying to go through his personal private property that he's been in charge of for 7 generations. Since the time of the Civil War, just after the time of the Civil War, this man has been managing this land and feeding people. I'm one who buys grass-fed beef, because corn-fed beef, when you feed cattle corn, that's when you activate things like E. coli, and that's when you get health problems coming from that type of meat. Cows are not intended to eat corn. They graze. They're grazers. And the Bundy family, they provide a wonderful service, and we need to support their rights, and I thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.